So with that, Simon.
Just to follow up on the flight that's come out of Afghanistan, are you able to tell us how many Americans, how many LPRs were on there, and then how many does that leave in Kabul? And do you see this as now a reliable, safe passage channel that's now open? And are the Taliban ensuring you that that's the case? And are you confident that that will remain? The airport is now the way out of the country.
Thanks, Simon. Let me take those in turn. First, on the numbers, you've heard us say this repeatedly in the context of Afghanistan, but we will always endeavor to provide you with information that is both timely and accurate. When it comes to the number of U.S. citizens and LPRs aboard this flight, what we're going to do is to cross-reference those individuals we believe were on the plane when it departed the Hamid Karzai International Airport, cross-reference that against the manifest data upon landing in Doha, which it has recently done. So I do expect we'll be able to provide you with some more granular details in the coming hours. But I can add this. We have said that we have been in regular contact with American citizens and others to whom we have a special responsibility in Afghanistan, both before the end of the U.S. government-led evacuation effort and after. And so as part of that, we invited more than 30 American citizens and LPRs to be on this flight. Now, not all of them ultimately chose to depart Afghanistan today. In our engagement with them, they offered a number of different reasons, those who chose not to take part in this flight. Some wanted more time to consider it. Others wanted to remain with extended family, at least for the time being. Others cited medical issues, among other reasons that we heard. But we will continue to invite Americans and others to whom we have a special commitment on future flights, additional opportunities for them to depart Afghanistan, again, if they so choose. When it comes to this means of departure from Afghanistan, we've always maintained, well before the end of the U.S.-led evacuation effort, that we saw a functioning civilian airport in Kabul as key to that commitment that the Taliban has made, both publicly and privately, to safe passage. That is precisely why we have worked so concertedly with stakeholders in the region, and of course that includes the Turks as well as the Qataris. There was substantive discussion with our Qatari counterparts just within the past 48 hours when we were in Doha regarding the safe operation of the airport going forward, and we do see the safe operation of the airport as a means by which to see to it that the Taliban is able to fulfill that commitment that Americans and others who choose to depart the country are able to do so. So we certainly hope and we certainly expect there will be additional opportunities for Americans and others to whom we have that commitment to depart Afghanistan if they so choose, using this and potentially other means as well. Yes. Sure, please.
Do you think the Taliban are showing the same cooperation and flexibility you mentioned in letting go the Afghans at risk who don't have another nationality? Because it's my understanding that today's flights were mainly third country nationals, Americans, or dual nationals. And can you update us with this regard with the status of the charters in Mazar-e-Sharif? Are they showing flexibility and cooperation on those flights?
Sure. Well, we're not ready to make sweeping categorical judgments. What we are willing and what we have done is to characterize what we've seen so far. And certainly today's departure of this Qatar Airways charter was a welcome step. It is certainly something that we were glad to see happen. As we have said, additional such steps will be similarly greeted not only by the United States, but by the international community. There were other third country nationals aboard this flight as well. But the broader point is that we will continue, and the international community will continue to hold the Taliban to account for its public and private commitment, the commitments it has made in private to us and to many of our close partners that those with valid travel documents who wish to leave the country will be able to do so. As you know, the Secretary hosted a ministerial along with Foreign Minister Moss of Germany yesterday at Ramstein Air Base. And this was a topic of discussion. Among the consistent themes we heard from the more than 20 countries and organizations that took part was the need to work collectively, using every tool at our disposal to hold the Taliban responsible for those commitments. Of course, we would like to see more such flights, flights similar to the one that took off today. We have heard public statements that more, in fact, may be forthcoming, but obviously we don't want to prejudge that, and we will continue to do everything we can together with our partners to work towards that goal. Andrea.